Hi there. If your fiscal year is based on calendar year, then you're likely working on implementing sales compensation plans or rolling out sales compensation plans. If that's you, then this video is for you. We will be providing 4 key steps on how to effectively roll out sales compensation plans to your sales team. Step 1, notify the sales team. Now this may sound pretty basic, which it is, but the key factors here are your process before this step and the messaging. So let's take a few steps back. During the sales compensation plan design, typically you include sales leaders as part of your design process. By the time you get to this first step of implementation, the leaders should all be in agreement with the comp plans and understand how they work. Also, in our experience, it's best practice to factor in the direct sales managers and the sales team during plan design. The way we achieve this at Sales Comp Academy is that we interview the direct sales managers and get their feedback for compensation plans. We also survey the sales team on what's working and what's not working in the sales compensation program. There is a structured process in which we incorporate feedback from sales into plan design. At the end, the leaders and managers will not only be aware of the plan design, but play a key role in its development. The main point being that when you send out this notification of the upcoming plans, the sales team should not be worried or feel like they have not been part of the design, because you will have factored them into the design. This notification should generate excitement, not worry. Now, as to the timing, typically you send this email towards the end of the year, the last few days of December ideally. The reason why is that you don't want the sales team to take their eye off of the current compensation plan. There's no need to introduce something new when they are trying to close out the year strong. For the messaging, it should be simple. You can send an email or send it via whatever form of communication you currently use to message your sales team. However, in the messaging, you should be thanking them for their participation and feedback in plan design and letting them know that their feedback was considered in the plan design. The messaging in the email should also communicate that the company has taken the time, typically months, to optimize sales compensation plans and that leadership is excited to share the details soon, or something to that effect. You're basically letting the sales team know that you will be releasing the plans soon. Step 2. Now, we say sales kickoff here because companies usually have their annual sales team event in the beginning of the year. Typically, early January to start the year off, and early January is the standard time for kickoff. However, you can also share more information about the comp plans at a company-wide event if you have breakout groups just for the sales team. Now, for the messaging, at this event, your goal is to provide high-level information on the compensation plans. Typically, the CRO can make a statement to the entire sales team about the high-level goals of the company and the overall strategy. Afterward, the breakout sessions, where the sales leaders speak to their respective sales teams, they can then take it a step further down from strategy and speak to the sales process and how they are going to win in the market. They can then make the link on how the design of the compensation plans are aligned to that strategy and vision. They should be able to discuss the shift in business objectives and how that impacts the sales process, the sales roles, and the compensation plans for their teams. The sales leader does not need to get into any commission rates or very detailed compensation items. This presentation should just be focused on strategy and how this impacts plans. That is, the major plan changes and the reasoning behind it. At the end of this session, the sales leader should also let the sales team know when the formal compensation plan presentation will happen, which is our next step, step 3. Step 3. So, not every company has a formal sales comp plan rollout. Some companies just send a comp plan to their sales team and expect them to read it, sign it, and understand it, which they definitely should read and understand and sign. However, we at Sales Comp Academy recommend formal plan rollouts for every organization with a sales team. The reason being is that you want to make sure the sales team understands their comp plan, because if they don't, then how can they drive the sales the company wants? Between this step and the prior 2 steps, this step is the most valuable. Meaning, if you had to choose one out of the 3 steps before sending the actual sales compensation plans, then you should choose this one. Now, what do we mean by a formal comp plan rollout? A comp plan rollout is a formal presentation given to each sales role. As an example, let's say you have an SDR, an AE, and a customer success team. So 3 different comp plans. Then you should have 3 different presentations, 1 per comp plan. You can have all the sales employees in that specific role in the same room because you're going to go over how the plan works. You are not going into each person's individual commission rates if that's how you built the plans. In this presentation, you want to discuss the corporate objectives and how this role fits into that picture. Show them how they are part of the story. You should also include your sales comp guiding principles for plan design so that they know how you create compensation plans. As an example, one of the principles that we use frequently at Sales Comp Academy when we're building plans is fair to sales and fair to the company, meaning when we create compensation plans, we take that balanced approach. The plans have to be both fair to the company and to the sales team. In the presentation, it's also useful to include the top 5 to 10 comments from your sales team survey and why or why not plan changes were made based on that commentary. You want to show the sales team you factored in their feedback. This generates trust and better buy-in. The main meat of this presentation, the rollout, is the compensation plan structure and how the plan works. Meaning, if they didn't perform as expected, then how much should they expect to earn? And if they overperformed, how much can they expect to receive in commission? You want to give examples. Ideally, you want to give 3 scenarios. How does payout look? How does commission look for someone who didn't hit quota? Meaning, what percentage of their target variable would they earn? How does payout look for someone who is at target or hits quota? And then lastly, if they exceed quota, how much can they earn? You want to show them the possibilities and how to maximize the plan. Conclude the presentation with an open forum for questions, and then let them know the next steps. Next steps should be sending them a copy of the presentation that you just did, a commission calculator, letting them know when they can expect to receive the actual comp plan to sign, and where to reach out if they have questions. Now, if you have an ICM tool, you don't need to send them a commission calculator. If the ICM is already programmed with the new plan and can estimate commission payments, then you don't need to send them a calculator. But if the ICM is not set up, or you don't have an ICM, then you should send them a commission calculator. Many sales employees actually build their own commission calculators. Save them the time and provide one for them. This way, they can focus on their job and know how much they will get paid for a deal they're about to close. They shouldn't have to be building calculators to understand a new compensation structure. You want to be as transparent as possible with your sales team. Many sales employees think that they are getting cheated when it comes to comp plans. Therefore, the more transparent you are, the more they will trust you, and it will lead to better behaviors and results. After you send these documents, then you can move into step 4, sending the actual plan documents. So this is where you deliver the sales compensation plan. The comp plan should include all the details around the comp plan structure that you designed, such as pay elements or measures, commission rates, accelerators, thresholds, gates, etc., all those mechanics based on however you design the plan. And it should also detail payment timing. When can the salesperson expect to get paid? It should detail clawbacks, definitions, legal requirements, and many other items. It is a legally binding document, so you should have it reviewed by a compensation attorney and be clear as possible. Now, on the date that you send the sales compensation plans for the employees to sign, you want to make sure you give them enough time to read through the document. The standard is 5 business days. Also, we have found it very beneficial if you allow open office hours during that 5 business day review period. Ideally, the first resource the sales employee, not the sales comp professional, but the sales employee should reach out to is their sales manager, because the sales manager should understand the plan. And the sales manager, if trained correctly, should be able to address most comp plan questions or issues. However, sometimes the sales employee may have more detailed questions than the sales manager can address, which is why we recommend having this time slot open to ensure complete understanding and plan clarity. As far as the timing, typically the compensation plan can be sent mid to late January, but always after the formal plan rollout. Now that you know these 4 key steps, you can start building an implementation schedule to make sure the plans are delivered timely. If you need more help, don't worry, we have you covered. So we just went over the 4 key steps to roll out a sales compensation plan, but there is actually much more detail that goes along with that. There are also implementation guidelines and documents that need to be created. All of these are included in our Plan Creators package, which is a course. It's a step-by-step program, an online course that you can take in one day, and has all the resources you need, including downloadable templates such as a plan rollout deck, a sales compensation plan template, which is like your terms and conditions, the ones we just talked about in step 4, commission calculators, plus much more. The Plan Creators package has everything you need to build and implement a sales compensation program from scratch. And right now, there is a year-end sale for all those sales compensation analysts and professionals trying to get comp plans done. Up until December 31st, 2024, you could get 20% off our sales comp online courses. Now, if you just want a community to discuss plan design, management, or implementation, then I encourage you to check out our Sales Comp Network, the SCN. Here, we focus on brainstorming solutions for the many sales comp challenges that we face. Plus, we have unique, hard-to-find sales compensation resources, such as a recoverable and non-recoverable draw example. We have a commission exception request template, SPIF guidelines, a plan evaluation and creation schedule, which lays out the timing and steps to evaluate and implement plans timely, plus much more. This community is a private professional community. There are no vendors. We are an educational institution. We also have monthly live meetups where you can submit a topic to be discussed. In addition, we have an app that you could download to stay abreast of everything going on in the sales comp community. You can see all of our sales compensation resources at the link shown on your screen, which is www.salescompacademy.com/resources. Thank you for watching this video until now. I hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions, then please reach out to us at the email address displayed, info@salescompacademy.com, or visit us at salescompacademy.com. Thank you. Bye.